new mixes or mood music? I need a theme. Theme music.
Wake up, y'all. The king's here. Buying back, stacking his records.
It's a lot of money.
There's more to life than just making money.
Hi guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Movie Review Show. My name is Omobolawa Olawere, and today we're going to be reviewing IS to the Low. The story follows a music mogul whose empire is shaken up when the son of an associate is kidnapped. He has to decide what really matters. Is it money, is it power, or loyalty? Sizzling. Let's get into it, guys.
It's integrity. That's what you stand for.
What you think? I think you gotta be a little crazy sometimes in this world to get what you want.
King David, now ain't this something? I got your full attention now, huh? You finally listening to me.
Somebody's got Trey.
What do you mean
Somebody's kidnapped our son.
$17.5 million in an all-black Jordan backpack. Try me if you think I'm playing.
I ain't got...
Cinematography and edits. I feel like every director has their own personal style when it comes to the way they want to direct the movie, and because I've seen a couple of Spike Lee's movies, I knew what to expect. It starts off like really slow. It eases you into the movie, the characters, the setting, the setup, and you get to see that okay, yeah, this is what he's doing. This is what we are dealing with. It eases us into the world of David King, who is played by Denzel Washington. We got to see him as this guy that being in the music business is rough, and we got to see how that has made him toughen up. He's an adult, he's that guy. And this character is played by Denzel, so you know that it has a little bit of like swag. So in the first pacing or the first part of the movie, we're eased into the character, and then around the time that things start to get real, the kidnapping scene, the negotiation part where you have to decide what you really want, he started to eat up, and he started to go like, it went from like really slow to like very fast, and we got to like see it go like really fast. So if you're not prepared for it, you might feel like, oh, this movie is like really slow, it's a slow burn. But then if you follow the way he eases into it, you can get where it's going. And when it comes to the editing, great work. When music scores, I expected better. I don't know why I expected better. Is it because A$AP Rocky is featured in the film? Because when rappers are involved in production, or rappers, musicians, artists, they always bring something special. So I expected I don't know, I was expecting more. It just felt like the scores, the music wasn't, it could have been way better. Like, it could have been way better because, yeah, it wasn't that great. But the pacing, I have no comments on it. I felt like that was just the director's style, but some people will say that it was too slow and then it was too fast. I have nothing to say about it, but the scores, yeah, could have done better.
Back up the trunk from the front. 11 a.m. board the 4 train going to money making Manhattan.
You let him go, I make sure you set free.
It's too late for all that.
It's never too late.
You're not God no more, nigga. I am. 35, and I'm still a pretty guy.
Standout characters and standout scenes. Obviously, for standout characters, I have to give it up for the king himself. I'm talking about none other than Denzel Washington. He played David King, the music mogul, of course, because every time Denzel stepped onto a scene, it changed the atmosphere immediately. I don't know if it was his personal charisma or because he's an actor that I respect so much, but the energy was always just off the charts. Like, it was really good. It was that good. I mean, it's Denzel, It was that good. And of course, I have to talk about the supporting cast. The guy that played his chauffeur / friend, the person whose son was actually kidnapped. He played like the guy that he gave us like the moral, the human part of the movie, because Denzel was going through like, you've built this huge empire, and then these youngins, they come to threatening it. And so you're all about like thinking about what you've been through and all that. You're not really, because it's not your son that has been kidnapped. Sorry for the spoilers. It's not your son that has been kidnapped, so you're not really looking at it from the way of like, oh yeah, my son has been kidnapped. But the father of the son that was actually kidnapped, he had to like, they've kidnapped your son, and now you have to talk to your friend to give up everything that he has worked for just to get your son back. Like the humility that comes with that character, I feel like he really played it well. Like that was excellent. That was excellent acting on this part. And of course, I have to talk about A$AP Rocky. I have never seen A$AP Rocky acted in anything, and I wasn't expecting much. Actors, rappers as actors are not historically like a good mix. But I have to say, he put his own. Besides, he was acting alongside Denzel Washington. So yeah, I have to give it up for him. That's not an easy feat. Like your first acting. I don't know if this is his first acting career or movie, but imagine that you have to act at it. You're acting alongside the Denzel. Of course, you're going to be shaking up. Like that's a very, very high bar to reach. So yeah, he put his own. He put his own. And now when we come to standout scenes, there were a lot of movies. As I said, every scene that Denzel stepped onto this, like, it changed. Like it was just like a 10/10. Like he made the movie so much better. Like if the movie was a 5 without Denzel, it took it like on 100. So every scene he was in was automatically better. And I also want to talk about the scene where A$AP Rocky came in contact with Denzel, which is why I had to say that, oh, he held his own, because acting alongside that kind of actor, is seasoned actor, Oscar winning, like accolades upon accolades, and you're just this rapper. Oh my god, that would have been terrifying for him. That's why I have to say, like, he held his own. Like he really held his own. That was really good. And there was also the subway scene. The subway scene was actually really good, which is when the movie started to pick up, when we started to realize that, oh, it's getting really real. Like it's things are happening. Like things are happening, and like where we also realized that, oh, they kidnapped the wrong person. And that the pasting, the editing, like with the realization on their faces. Good job, good job.
I gotta feed the streets, my lady, and a newborn kid. And I ain't trying to go back and do another bid, you dig?
I know what it is to risk everything you have for something that you want. I know what that means, to have nothing and want everything.
Alright, pros and cons. When it comes to pros, I already spoke about like the acting characters. They really did a good job of like bringing the movie together. Denzel, shout out to Denzel, of course it's Denzel, so what we're expecting. And I felt like they also did a good job of introducing us to like the music, where you're trying to tell us about this music mongo, the lifestyle, penthouse lifestyle, you know, the old music business. They did a good job. And when it comes to cons, I have to talk about the fact that the music scores were not that great. Maybe they were trying to be experimental, I don't know, but I wasn't a fan. And also, I felt like this movie was supposed to be a psychological thriller, because there's this person, you're talking about, there's this person that has worked so hard to get to where he is, and they kidnap a child of a close associate. So he has to decide what's important to him: money, power, or loyalty. It's a huge psychological dilemma, and they didn't really emphasize on that. They didn't really like show us like the nitty-gritty of what he's going through. I don't know if that was intentional on the director's side or not, but it does make me wonder, and I have to put it as a con.
What is that?
Insurance. That's Jake from State Farm.
Shout out to my felon.
I can't go out like this, you know that.
Shout out to my felon.
Man, blood is gonna be on your hands then.
Is this a must watch or a pass? Definitely a must watch. Like, this is Denzel Washington, this is Spike Lee, this is A$AP Rocky. You need to see this movie. Like, you absolutely, if you haven't already, you're already late, and you need to see this movie.
Oh, you want to do this? I got into this by myself. I'm gonna get out of it by myself.
Where's my money? I got the 4-pounder sitting right here. Don't try nothing funny.